A classified Pentagon report recently concluded that the United States cannot stop a single nuclear missile from hitting American soil. Not one. Let that sink in. Tonight, we reveal President Trump's stunning response, a revolutionary defense system so advanced it's sending shockwaves through military and intelligence communities worldwide. They're calling it the Golden Dome. And if reports are accurate, it could completely transform global power dynamics overnight. But powerful forces are already mobilizing to stop it. Why? Who benefits from keeping America vulnerable? And which tech visionaries are defying the establishment to make this shield a reality? Well, the answer is, well, they might be the most important national security story of our lifetime. Speaking of protection, let's talk about protecting something else critical. I'm talking about your body's defenses. Just like America needs a golden dome shield, your skin needs powerful protection against aging. That's right, a groundbreaking 2024 study confirmed that daily collagen supplementation dramatically reduces wrinkles and improves skin elasticity. Now, this multi-collagen formula features 5 key types from 4 sources, essential for comprehensive skin support. It uses hydrolyzed peptides for maximum absorption, mixing effortlessly into your morning coffee. Order today and receive free VIP coaching, a skin health ebook, and free shipping. Plus, they donate a meal to a hungry child with every purchase. Get 51% off now at healthwithgary.com. It is linked in the description. President Trump has officially unveiled the Golden Dome missile defense system. Of course, the deep state doesn't want you to know about this revolutionary shield that will protect America from foreign threats. Reagan dreamed of it, but now the technology exists, and the military-industrial complex is mobilizing. Let's dig in. Okay, so Israel has it. Okay, they have, it's called the Iron Dome. Other places have it. The United States should have it too. And Trump confirms the technology exists. Reagan wanted it, but he couldn't build it. But now we can. The Golden Dome will be the ultimate shield against our enemies. This is America First defense technology. Check this out.
Ronald Reagan. As Commander-in-Chief, my focus is on building the most powerful military of the future. As a first step, I'm asking Congress to fund a state-of-the-art Golden Dome missile defense shield to protect our homeland, all made in the USA. And Ronald Reagan wanted to do it long ago, but the technology just wasn't there, not even close. But now we have the technology. It's incredible, actually. And other places, they have it. Israel has it. Other places have it. And the United States should have it, too.
That's right. Now, this vehicle is supersonic. Stage separation confirmed. While the fake news focuses on celebrity space stunts, real American innovation is happening. SpaceX continues to dominate as the foundation for our new defense capabilities. The transonic landing, how cool is that? Proves we have the tech. Watch this. I love watching SpaceX landings. I love it so much. I actually bought this from Elon Musk's SpaceX company. I mean, this is now it's a model, but it's actually a lighter, so you can light your cigars with it. It has a massive blowtorch on the end of it. I haven't filled it up because I just like having it on my desk because it's so freaking cool. Okay, let's check out this video from SpaceX.
Our sequence has started. Nice launch trajectory countdown net. Pad is clear.
10, 9, 8.
Launch auto sequence has started.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Go for launch.
I mean, this makes Blue Origin look like kindergarten class.
Stage separation confirmed. Dragon separation confirmed. Stage 1 is transonic. Landing like that deployed. And Falcon 9 has landed.
The coolest thing ever seen in the United States. Now check this out. A Chinese missile could hit mainland USA in less than 30 minutes. The booster phase, mid-course phase, and terminal descent give us a tiny window to intercept, and the Golden Dome system would change the entire game. They don't want you to understand just how vulnerable that we really are. Watch this.
Out of it as a, let's say a country like China launches a ballistic missile headed for the U.S. mainland. That missile, it goes through 3 unique phases on its way here. First, as soon as that missile is launched, it has the booster phase. This is when the missile is climbing up into the sky. It has fire and smoke coming out of it as it climbs in altitude, and this is exactly the phase where the missile is detectable. If you don't detect the missile during this initial phase, well, you're pretty much out of luck. It's going to be like finding a needle in a haystack later. Regardless, after the missile launches up high enough, the missile reaches the mid-course phase. It enters suborbital spaceflight and it cruises the space above our atmosphere in an arc on its way to the target. It then eventually reaches the apogee, which is the highest point of its flight path, before the warhead re-enters the atmosphere and makes its final descent to the target. And depending on where exactly this missile is launched from, this whole process can take less than 30 minutes. And so what that means in practice is that our missile defense system, it requires us to, within a 30-minute span of time, detect the Chinese missile during the booster phase and then somehow shoot it down with our interceptors during the mid-course phase. Let's say a country like China launches
so that's a little example of what the Golden Dome would do. Now, the globalist opposition is already attacking Trump's Golden Dome. Of course it is. Quote, they're saying it's ridiculous. It's not going to work. They say while admitting that North Korea could destroy Los Angeles in 30 minutes. They mock the project while defense contractors get rich. The truth is being hidden.
And therefore, Trump's first term, it was notable how he quickly, after being told what the threats to the United States were, wanted to talk to Kim Jong-un. And people were wondering why. Is that because it's their understanding that North Korea could destroy Los Angeles in a matter of 30 minutes, and therefore, rather than seeking peace, the military-industrial complex would immediately say, oh, well, what we need is a Golden Dome to protect us from North Korea?
Right. And right now, so yes, he was trying to make peace with Kim Jong-un and was until derailed by Bolton. But in this case, now that with the Golden Dome, I mean, he wants to make peace with Putin. And, one of the basic things between Russia and the United States is the missile defense system. In fact, this is why the disarmament that was proposed by actually Reagan and Gorbachev in their summit in Reykjavik, that we should just get rid of all nuclear weapons. And the thing that got stuck there was Reagan's pursuit of missile defense. So by pursuing Golden Dome, this so-called shield, the Strategic Defense Initiative was trying to build. I actually am not paying too much attention to this anymore because it's ridiculous. It's not going to work. It's going to have so much money in it. So the money will be spent. A good amount of money will be spent. Defense contractors will get rich, and this lobby will get rich. And Donald and Trump can talk about this Golden Dome, which will please his Israeli counterparts and the Israeli military companies like Elbit and others. And but beyond that, it doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot.
Trump's first term.
Okay, buddy, sure. Yeah, keep talking. You're only giving us more ammunition to prove you wrong. L3 Harris Technologies in Fort Wayne expanding for the Golden Dome. Congressman Stetson says we are at the cutting edge of technology. American jobs are being created. While the mainstream media ignores it, Silicon Valley isn't the only place making America great again. Let's listen to this interview.
Yesterday, Some pretty big news went down in Fort Wayne this week. L3 Harris Technologies announced plans for an expansion of its facility to support the U.S. military's Golden Dome initiative. Congressman Marlin Stetson was at the ribbon-cutting ceremony this week, and he's joining us live right now to share the latest.
Good morning, Kayla. I tell you, it was an exciting day yesterday out at L3 Harris. We always think of Silicon Valley as the place where technology, new tech is being manufactured and created. It's happening right here at home, right here in Fort Wayne, and it's creating jobs right here in our district, and we're at the cutting edge of technology.
Some pretty big news went down.
At the cutting edge, and today the United States cannot stop a single nuclear ballistic missile coming from China or Russia. The Claremont Institute is exposing the truth. How can China or Russia take us seriously when our population is completely vulnerable to attack? Wake up, America. Let's hear what Steve Bannon's saying.
Pacific. Brian Kennedy, the hemispheric defense, which somebody's got to tell, hey, Pete Hegseth, we got to understand the hemispheric defense. I don't know how we get $1 trillion budget on that. I'm not sure we need $1 trillion. All the way from Panama Canal to Greenland to the Arctic, out to the vast Pacific as a natural barrier to the 3 island chains. But maybe we get there because of what you're talking about. You have a special day on the Iron Dome for the United States. Is this an anti-ballistic missile system that you guys are talking about? And where do we go to get more information and actually watch this, sir?
Yes, Steve. Well, it's a golden dome, as President Trump said. And President Trump had an executive order directing the DOD to come up with a way of building a 21st century missile defense that would actually work. My colleagues at the Claremont Institute and I put together a webinar for this evening. It'll be on at 5:30 Pacific time, 8:30 Eastern time. It's going to discuss the whole Golden Dome concept that President Trump has advocated. Today, the United States cannot stop a single nuclear ballistic missile coming from China or Russia, or from Iran if it's from a ship off of our coast. I thought your discussion with Grant was excellent, and Grant's a brilliant guy. To underscore what you're saying, how serious can the Chinese or the Russians take us when we're going to leave the American population vulnerable to ballistic missile attack?
The rod of God, Project Thor, is it real? Those Starlink satellites they told you were for internet could actually be part of a secret space weapons program. Pew pew from space. It's not just science fiction anymore, folks. How many lasers are already in orbit above your home? What?
You know that they have this thing called the rod of God. Has anybody heard of this? Tell me in the chat if you've heard of this. The rod of God, Project Thor, where you got it's like Star Wars, pew pew from space. This is another thing that people are saying is real. When they sent those satellites up for SpaceX, it was, they have lasers on them, right? Now, the lasers are supposed to be for communication and everything else. But who's to say? How many sci-fi movies have we seen where they have this shield, this star shield over a whole planet, covers the Earth, Starlink? You can.
Well, maybe we're almost there, huh? From $430 billion to $5.3 trillion, that's what they're saying it could cost. But can you put a price on American safety? Multiple layers of defense, including boost phase interceptors, directed energy weapons, and hypersonic tracking. This is next level. Check this out.
Under President, the United States is taking missile defense to a whole new level. Introducing Golden Dome, a next-generation defense system designed to protect the homeland from the deadliest threats: hypersonic missiles, ballistic warheads, and advanced cruise missiles. Originally called Iron Dome for America under President Donald Trump, this project has evolved into something much bigger. The Missile Defense Agency now calls it Golden Dome, a high-tech shield designed to intercept threats before they even reach U.S. airspace. Unlike Israel's Iron Dome, which specializes in stopping short-range rocket attacks, Golden Dome is built for a different battlefield. The U.S. faces advanced threats from countries like China and Russia, long-range missiles, maneuverable warheads, and even hypersonic weapons that move at over 5 times the speed of sound. So how will Golden Dome work? The system is expected to combine multiple layers of defense boost phase interceptors to stop missiles right after launch, space-based tracking to detect threats in real time, and cutting-edge technologies like directed energy weapons and cyber defenses. Hypersonic and ballistic tracking space sensor network detects threats instantly. Boost phase interceptors stops missiles early. Directed energy weapons uses lasers to neutralize attacks. Cyber and electronic warfare disrupts enemy guidance systems. But there's a big challenge covering the entire United States. Israel's Iron Dome protects a small area, but America spans over 3.8 million square miles. That means Golden Dome needs a vast network of satellites, radars, and interceptors working together in real time. We've seen ambitious missile defense projects before. The 1980 Star Wars initiative aimed for a similar goal, but was eventually scrapped due to cost and feasibility. Could Golden Dome be different? Some experts estimate that a nationwide missile defense system could cost anywhere from $430 billion to $5.3 trillion. And even if it works, adversaries could overwhelm the system simply by launching more missiles than we can intercept. And there's another concern. Will Golden Dome lead to the militarization of space? Some argue that putting missile defense weapons in orbit could escalate tensions with global rivals, potentially sparking a new arms race. The U.S. Space Force is playing a central role in Golden Dome, using advanced satellites and AI-powered tracking systems to detect threats earlier than ever before. This could be a game changer in national security. So, will Golden Dome become the ultimate defense shield, or just another costly experiment? The Pentagon is moving full speed ahead, but only time will tell if this next-gen system can truly protect America from the threats of the future. What do you think? Is Golden Dome the future of missile defense or an expensive gamble? Let us know in the comments.
Now, the deep state doesn't want the Golden Dome because a protected America can't be controlled. Will it trigger a new arms race? Is space about to be militarized? The U.S. Space Force is deploying AI-powered systems while the media distracts you with celebrity gossip. So, there you have it. The Golden Dome missile defense system, a revolutionary space-based shield involving up to 1,000 satellites that could finally end the era of nuclear vulnerability. We've learned that SpaceX, Planeteer, and Endural are teaming up on this Manhattan Project-level initiative, while critics are already calling it ridiculous, claiming it won't work. This isn't just another defense project, it's a fundamental shift in global security architecture. And for the first time, America could gain true immunity from nuclear blackmail, changing the entire equation of geopolitical power. Now, it's not operational yet, but the vision is alive, the contracts are being written, and America's technological superiority is being reasserted on the global stage. And Trump isn't waiting for permission to protect America. He's acting decisively while his opponents continue predicting failure, just as they've done with every major Trump initiative. So, before you go, hit the merch shop down below and show your support for the Next News Network.